Hey everyone, Busy Gamer Dad here. Picking up where we left off. Like I said, I just stayed at the inn, got our HPs and our magic points back for our spells. We're gonna walk right across the bridge and get on to the next town of Pravoka, and then we're gonna hopefully get ourselves the next major key item for the game that we'll have for a good portion of the game to traverse the world map. I'm not gonna spoil it, even though I hinted at it. Uh, so let's get that going. I'm gonna fight these imps, gonna work our way across. The crystal that the King of Cornelia was talking about isn't actually one of the crystals of power or the Earth, Wind, Fire crystal. I don't know how best to relay that. It's a common case of, oh, magical crystal? I know where one of those is. I'll show you where, or I'll tell you where. And it's not really what he thinks it is. So we'll go and we'll see what that's all about right here. So we're going to go up to the north here, and we're going to go to a very special cave that we'll have to come back to later. As soon as we clear the monsters out of the way. Yeah, see, those Giga Swarms, they will mess up your casters. Oh, jeez. Um, I'm able to record right now. I have about a half-hour window between when I've got to go do a couple of adulting things, you know, being a very busy dad with two kids. I'm only able to do videos intermittently, so bear with me if it's a slow feed on videos. I'm going to try and record a backlog of them and upload them as steadily as I can, maybe record 2 per day in some cases if I happen to have the opportunity, but first and foremost is going to be, you know, my family life, my kids, and my wife, and my job, obviously. You know, this is just a hobby, but I'm grateful that you are taking the time and the interest to watch any of these videos for however long you have to watch them. So I appreciate it. We're going to fight off these wolves here. That's a pretty good grip of experience for us to have this early on in the game, if we can clear them all out. And hopefully get closer to those I think level 10 is probably where I want to get to. Um, during this video or this play session, if I can. If I can't, then we'll just have to set that goal more appropriate next time we're able to play. Yep, gonna work our way through them. It's tough in the early game when you don't have a lot of area effect spells. They were very few and far between in the first game uh, by design. They wanted to make you feel just strong enough, but not overpowered. So good amount of HP or XP there. We're gonna walk inside here. Matoya's cave. Bunk. Thump. Ouch! My eye! My eye! Thump. Ouch! I can't see a thing without without my crystal eye. So this is the crystal that he was talking about that he thought was on the North Continent, thinking it was one of the crystals for us, but it's really this crystal here. Who could have stolen it from me? So who this is Matoya. She's actually a witch, a very powerful one, and we'll have to come back here later once we retrieve her crystal eye for her. I'm not going to spoil where it is or what happened to it, but we'll get to that in the game just through natural progression. It's not a side quest. This is actually still part of the main story for us. Alright, my potion, I believe it's antidote. Yep, antidote. The brooms have a forward, backwards, any way you see. Such a strange spell. Swish, swish, ari. Then you Aru, swish, swish, Endo, Lana, Leknek, swish, swish, Aru. In the original, this was you talked to the brooms and you got the special code, as it were, to unlock a mini game in the middle of the ocean. I'm not sure if that's still here. I'm not even sure I'm gonna do that in this game, just because it was a fun little mini game, and I know that you could get some items from it, but it was a number puzzle. You know, you slide the numbers and you get them all in sequential order. You know, 1 through, I believe it was 15, and depending on how fast you did it, or I believe it was how fast you did it, you would get an item if you got through really fast. So, some food for thought if you want to play this on your own. Single experience point, and then we would have gotten our level. Oh, darn. I have a feeling those ones are really going to come back to bite me later on. Um, Right, into the forest we go. So now we're gonna, yep, the ogres are just big meat shields in this game. They do hit pretty hard, even on, you know, Glitz or Thief. So we do have to be careful. 14 damage, jeepers. They do not mess around. So I'm gonna do another cure just to make sure that we don't lose anybody to an errant critical striker. Yeah, so they've definitely got a lot of armor. 27, they're just big hitters that won't quit. Flee! How dare you run away? Or attempt to run away, I should say. After making me use my heal spell. Cure spell, sorry. Big crit! Dead? Yeah, nice. Way to go, Rion. And then we got a level up. Level 6. 19... No, 29 HP, 1 strength, intellect, and luck. A decent amount of HP. 25. And strength and luck. 91 hit points, and then 1 point to luck. Oh, Andy. Buddy, we gotta get you a gym membership or something. Another single HP level up for him. He needs to get some stamina is what he needs. That'll really help his HP gains. But 1 for agility, so at least maybe he can dodge something, and intellect and luck. Alright, so we gotta get ourselves, let me see, is anyone too hurt? No, no one's too hurt. We're gonna get ourselves to the next town, should be just down around the corner here. Probably have 1 or 2 more encounters before we get to it. They can be a nuisance in the early game for sure, and that's a big turnoff for a lot of people, just because they're random encounters. They happen when they happen. But you shouldn't really run away from them, because the monsters do enough running away from you, as you can see. You need to get these early gains in level to make sure that you're prepared for later content, later dungeons, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to put in the work early on to get where you need to be to make sure you can complete those dungeons without having to rely on a massive amount of gold or gil for your potions and consumables. Because some of them are not easy, and you know, you lay the foundation now to have future success. That's the simplest way to look at it. That's what I tell my kids all the time. All right, we made it to Provoca. Nobody died, which is great. We'll talk to the first guy. Please help us. I believe there's another person. Yeah, Mohawk guy. Those blasted pirates, they're running around looting and pillaging like they own the place. Are they now? Oh dear. How much do we have? About 1,000? Okay, that should be enough for us to get some pretty good weapons upgrades for our group and take on the pirates. Not gonna get a hammer. 15 and 16 and 15 and plus 10 accuracy, 16 plus 5 accuracy. I'm gonna go with the broadsword. I'm gonna go with the scimitar. And then we'll equip those. And we'll sell off the 2 rapiers. Good. That'll be a big gain, big net gain for our group, because all the thief and the warrior can do right now is attack. So getting them the appropriate equipment to do more damage is going to be super helpful. Alright, black mage spells. So you'll see here they have level 2, but the first ones were 50. These are 250. The spells in this game go up by quite a lot. So you have to be mindful about how you're spending. And you don't want to appreciate the spells and just ignore them because they're too expensive, but you also don't want to ignore the armor upgrades and the consumables that you need to complete certain things as well. So there's a delicate balance that you've got to strike. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold off on spells right now for the black mage, and then I'm going to go over to the armor shop. Yes, that's what I'll do. We'll get ourselves some armor to make sure that our casters aren't as squishy. Leather, chain. Yeah, see, the iron armor is a huge upgrade. You know, 15 to 24, nearly double. And a leather shield. So we're going to get 4 pairs of gloves and the shield. And the reason why I'm doing that is because the shield in this game you can actually block an attack straight out, and it will do 0 damage. So it's important to get those as soon as possible. And then the gloves are a good point of defense for everybody who can equip them, which is everyone. So you kind of want to do that just to make sure that you're not taking any extra damage that you don't need to take. And they were relatively inexpensive. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run up here to the inn. I believe we'll have still enough money. I believe it's only 100, maybe 150. Oh, no, just 50. That's awesome. Great. Discount. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great. And then we're going to go fight our first, or our second major boss, which is Bicky the Pirate. I think we're in a good spot. Yeah, you can even see on our statuses that Lucy and Andy can actually get all the way up to level 3 spells, but we don't have access to the level 3 magic yet, not currently on this continent, which is why we need to talk and fight this guy right here, Bicky. You've got cannonballs of steel for taking on the great pirate Bicky. Keel haul 'em, boys. I have cannonballs of steel. Aye, Captain, we'll make their bones go crunch. Oh, the dialogue in this game. Alright, so we'll focus fire on one, and then we'll cast sleep just to see if we can reduce some of the incoming damage as much as possible. And see, already, those 2 swords, big gain for our party. And I think that hit everyone. That's awesome. That is wicked awesome. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have the casters gang up on the one. Yeah, big crit. Almost 100 damage. Wow. Yep. See, that's what I was saying. Like, you should really strike the balance of focusing on spells versus equipment versus consumables. And in my head, focusing on the equipment side of things, your armor and your weapons, is the better to prioritize for your cash flow, simply because it's just the more consistent growth. Not to say that the spells aren't important, like your area or group heal, like heal or like sleep. You just saw there how great that was. But it's not a priority at this point in the game. Alright, so 36, and then once we're done here, Bicky's remorseful. I be most sorry, young masters. I'll be making no more fuss, I swear. Well, yeah, we just killed off your party. I want you to take me ship for your troubles. Can you find it in your heart to forgive an old pirate? Yes, we just took your boat. We killed your friends. Well, we hurt your friends. They're no longer a problem, and you have nothing to lose, or you have everything to gain from just going down the straight and narrow. So, all right, that was awesome. Good, and I think we came out of that relatively unscathed. Yeah, nice. What do I want to do here? 36 to our next level. I think I'm gonna go outside, take a fight, see if we can get that level up, and then come back and stay in town before we do anything else. And with Andy being so low in HP, oh geez, this is not a good fight. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. We'll see if we can get the sleep off as quickly as possible, because those crazy horses, if they focus on Andy, he's just dead. There's nothing we can do about it. Good, that seems to have worked. I mean, we can kill them pretty quickly and easily now, but if they choose to focus on any one of our casters, specifically Andy, we will lose him. We want to keep Andy alive. He's a good guy. Great, there's our level up. Level 7. 154 HP, strength and agility for Rion. 132 HP and an agility for Glitz. 117 for Lucy, strength and stamina. There we are. That's a good amount of HP. 71 HP overall for Andy, and a stamina point. That's huge for his future growth. That's great. That's awesome. Alright, so we're going to run ourselves into town here. Do we have 250? We have 536. Awesome. So, once we stay at the inn here, though, we're going to lose 50. So, I'm going to hold off on doing any of the level 2 spells for the Black Mage. Oh, let's see what the white magic spells are for right now. Blindia cures blindness, silences all enemies, null, shock null, invis. This is a good spell to get, especially knowing what's coming in the future. So I'm gonna get that now. And then we'll... Did I sell the cloth armor? I did. Okay. Or no, I didn't have anything to swap out. I didn't buy anything. Alright, come on, come on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, so what we're going to do, we stayed at the inn, we're going to save our game. Then we're going to go on our first boat voyage, and we're going to go across the sea to the elf village. Alright, we're going to fight some sea monsters, and they're going to be really good for us to battle. Get some good experience, and when we get over to the elf village, you want to see how expensive spells get. Level 3 and level 4 spells, I believe, are what's inside the elf town. They are crazy expensive, and you're not expected to have all the spells as you progress through the game. You're meant to come back to these areas at a future date and get those spells just because of how crazy expensive they are. Potion, good. So you'll notice on the sea there's a lot of good monsters for experience and grinding, getting money for spells. But again, you're not meant to, it's deceptive. You don't want to spend your time doing that. You want to get some, but you don't want to prioritize getting too far into the rabbit hole of grinding experience to just become overpowered and melee your way through. Because that's no fun. You're not playing the game. You're just grinding experience. So we're going to get ourselves through here. 100 gold, 132 experience points. Ah, good, an excellent fight. The one spell that we want to try and focus on getting is a level 3 spell that I believe is our first area effect damage spell. So we want to make sure that we can get that, because that will infinitely assist with getting through these sea battles or just multiple monster encounters in general. And it will really help with our growth and getting the grind on to make sure that we get through the next area as quickly as possible and effectively. Big crit, 3 hit, nice. When you start doing multiple hits, that's when you know you're in the sweet spot of your growth. Oh wow, 30, huge crit back. It happens. I'm glad we got the gloves, because I don't know if that would have been 35 or 40. Those single points of defense increase are almost Dark Souls-esque, where it's like even those marginal gains are really important for your overall growth. I believe we'll have those leather gloves for quite some time on our casters at the least, until we get anything else. Like I believe there's bracelets. Those may be armor, but I'm not entirely sure. Good. Yep, and a good amount of experience and gold for us. Woo! Many dudes! Many dudes. I'm gonna take out these big eyes in the back first, because I know that they can paralyze, and that just makes a bad day. And then we're gonna use sleep and see if we can mitigate some of their damage. Oh, good. Affected all of them except for the one in the top, which is perfectly okay. Attack that one, attack that one, attack that one, and attack that one. Just shake it up a little bit. Oh, okay. It looks like sleep only works on them per round. I didn't realize that. Okay, that makes sense now that I am thinking about it, where they were attacking even though they were affected by sleep. So having Andy have good agility to go faster in the turn order is kind of really important for that to pull off some miracles for us. Okay. Yep, fight through this as quickly as possible. And then I'll show you the elf town, and I'll show you the next plot mechanic, as it were. And then here we are, gonna go in, gonna fight some wolves. We'll take care of the wolves in the back first. There there's nothing you can do except for fight that, and we'll cast another sleep. So hopefully Andy can cast it off early. There's the shield block. There's double shield block. So shield block is just like dodge. It just gives your warrior an opportunity to utilize it. So I don't know how effective that's going to be, ultimately, because they all had their turns. 19. Dodge. Good job. 20. Oh, jeez. Starting to clear these guys out as quickly as possible. There. Gone, gone. Good, good. Bap, bap, bap. Focus there. There. We'll have the guarantee there. And we're next to the town. We're going to take a nap here. Good block. Another quality of life improvement for later Final Fantasies was the display of the turn order. When you saw your character actually have an action in combat. That was really helpful to plan things out and understand what was going on. Oh, jeez. Yeah, definitely going to stay the Elf Town Inn. Got a level up from that. That's great. Level 8. 183 hit points, almost to 200. That's good. I think probably the next level or two. Strength 15. 155. Strength to 10. Intelligence to 3. To 12 or 20. 142. Intellect up by 1. Luck up by 1. Let's see. 90. Yeah, that's a great. That's 2 back to back. That's awesome. And then point in intellect. All right, let's get ourselves inside the town here. And then Elfheim. They didn't really have too many, you know, fun, whimsical names. 100 gold. A little steep, but we'll do it. Because honestly, what choice do we have? I mean, we could go to the item shop and buy a tent, and I think it's probably about the same turnout. All right, so we have about 1,000 gold, but here, I'll show you real quick. This is the black magic for level 3, I believe. Yep. Fire, Hold, Thundara, and Folkara. So you'll see that they're 1,000 apiece. It's no joke at all. What I'm going to do is, Thundara is the one I want to get. I'm going to do that now. And that's a level 3 spell. That should mean that we have 3 casts of that. Yep, so 3 casts of our level 3 spells. And we did unlock a single cast of level 4 spells. So to wrap up the video here, I'm just going to walk up here and I'll show you our next story driver in this case. Atos' curse has put our prince into a deep sleep, from which he cannot awake. Please, will you not aid our slumbering prince? Same thing. The Dark Elf King Atos stole into the castle and placed a curse upon our prince. Then Atos carted away the castle's treasures. Oh no. I believe it's up here. Yep, so here's our next. The prince has slept under Atos' curse for 5 years now. There must be a concoction that can rouse one who sleeps so. But where? Zzz. So what the concoction is actually the witch Matoya needs her crystal eye, and then it's a series of quick pro quos. So we'll go fight in the Marsh Cave next time, and then we'll be able to get our item that we need to try and trade Atos for the crystal eye, which he stole from Matoya. Matoya's gonna bring or use that to make coffee. I don't know why she would need to use that to make coffee, but she does. Then we're going to wake up the Elf Prince, and then he's going to give us the Mystic Key, and then we're going to be able to unlock a lot of fat loot. So next time in our video, we're going to be able to go into the Marsh Cave. We might do a little bit of grinding. I might do a little bit of grinding, get our group up to probably like level 9 or 10 in between the videos, just so you don't have to be submitted to another video of just watching someone play and grind and get power. But I'll see you guys next time. Thanks very much for stopping by. Talk to you again soon.